Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Biochemistry Concepts. This part of HMP pathway includes reactions and significance. Reaction starts with glucose 6-phosphate. To understand it easily, let us consider the three molecules of glucose 6-phosphate. So, three molecules of glucose 6-phosphate, they are converted into 6-phosphogluconolactone by the action of enzyme glucose 6-phosphate dehydrogenase. This particular enzyme is the key enzyme of HMP pathway. And in this reaction, coenzyme NADP is required, and that NADP is reduced to NADPH. That means during this reaction, hydrogens from the glucose 6-phosphate, they are accepted by NADP and that is converted into NADPH. So this reaction is the oxidation reaction, and this is the first site where NADPH is generated. Now, in the next reaction, 6-phosphogluconolactone is converted into 6-phosphogluconic acid by the action of enzyme hydrolase. And again, this 6-phosphogluconic acid or 6-phosphogluconate is again oxidized by the action of enzyme 6-phosphogluconate dehydrogenase. This is the second reaction in which NADPH is generated. Again, the hydrogens from the 6-phosphogluconic acid, they are released and those hydrogens are accepted by NADP, which is converted into NADPH. Not only oxidation, in this reaction, carbon dioxide is also released. So now the 6-carbon 6-phosphogluconic acid is converted into 5-carbon ribulose 5-phosphate. So we already considered that there are three molecules of glucose 6-phosphate. So at the end of third reaction, we'll get three molecules of ribulose 5-phosphate. So first molecule of ribulose 5-phosphate is converted into ribose 5-phosphate by the action of enzyme isomerase. Second molecule of ribulose 5-phosphate is converted into xylulose 5-phosphate by the action of epimerase. And the third molecule of ribulose 5-phosphate by the action of epimerase is again converted into xylulose 5-phosphate. Now, in the next phase, xylulose 5-phosphate, ribose 5-phosphate, these two will react, and this reaction is catalyzed by trans-ketolase, which requires TPP, thymine pyrophosphate, as coenzyme. This reaction generates pseudoheptulose 7-phosphate and glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. So when you see this reaction, 5-carbon xylulose 5-phosphate and 5-carbon ribose 5-phosphate. So these two react to form a 7-carbon pseudoheptulose 7-phosphate and 3-carbon glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. So in the next reaction, glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate and pseudoheptulose 7-phosphate, these two are converted into erythrose 4-phosphate and fructose 6-phosphate by the action of enzyme transaldolase. And this erythrose 4-phosphate reacts with xylulose 5-phosphate, which is found from the third molecule of ribulose 5-phosphate. And again, this reaction is catalyzed by trans-ketolase, which forms fructose 6-phosphate and glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. So the glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, fructose 6-phosphate, and again the second molecule of glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, these will enter into the glycolysis pathway because these are the intermediates of glycolysis. So when you see, this HMP pathway has two phases. The phase 1 is up to the formation of ribulose 5-phosphate, and phase 2 is the reactions after the ribulose 5-phosphate. So the phase 1 is called as oxidative phase because in this phase glucose is oxidized, that is glucose 6-phosphate is oxidized, whereas non-oxidative phase, in this phase simply interconversion of sugars takes place and different monophosphates are formed in this phase. So this is the meaning of oxidative and non-oxidative phase. Coming to significance of oxidative phase of HMP, here NADPH is generated. So this has different uses. So NADPH is used for reductive synthesis of cholesterol and de novo synthesis of fatty acids. NADPH is consumed by drug metabolism, glutathione reduction, and in generation of superoxides in phagocytosis by NADPH oxidase. NADPH is also used in the synthesis of nitric oxide. So arginine is converted into citrulline. This reaction is catalyzed by nitric oxide synthase, where NADPH is required. So this nitric oxide has various biological effects. So nitric oxide acts as a vasodilator. Nitric oxide prevents the platelet aggregation, and nitric oxide functions as neurotransmitter, and also it mediates the bactericidal action of macrophages. And one of the most important functions is the NADPH is required by the RBC to keep the glutathione in the reduced state. So reduced glutathione will detoxify the peroxides and free radicals formed within the RBC. Thereby, it helps to maintain the RBC membrane integrity. NADPH is also required for preserving the transparency of lens of eye. Coming to non-oxidative phase, in this phase, ribose is synthesized. So this ribose is used for the synthesis of nucleotides like DNA and RNA.